play rock or metal music, then you're probably going to come across a lot of what are called power chords. So a power chord isn't actually a full chord because it doesn't contain 3 notes. It only contains the 1 and the 5. Now if you remember, the 1 and the 5 are in both major and minor chords. So a power chord is not actually a major or minor chord. It can be played in either place of a major or minor chord and it just sounds very neutral. It just has a 1 and a 5. So for example, an A power chord looks like this. You have your index finger on the 5th fret on this A on the 6th string, and then it's as if you're about to play an A minor bar chord. You've got your ring finger on the 7th fret of the 5th string and your pinky underneath that on the 7th fret on the 4th string. And that's the only notes that you're playing, just these 3. The rest of the strings are muted with this would-be barring finger. It's just, you're not hearing this 3rd, 2nd or 1st string. And the reason it's used in rock and metal a lot is because it's very stable. It doesn't have a leaning towards a major or minor sound. So if you're using a lot of distortion as well, then these power chords are very stable. Again, if you're using a power chord with the root on the 5th string, then you're playing, for example, this E power chord. You're playing your index finger on that E on the 7th fret of the 5th string. And just the same shape, it's always the same shape. You've just got your ring finger on the 9th fret on the string underneath, and then your pinky on the same fret on the string underneath. Now you want to make sure to mute all the other strings, so that means muting all the other strings underneath, these 1st and 2nd, and make sure to mute this 6th string if you're not playing it, either with the top of this finger or your thumb. You should only be hearing, so you've got the root, E, you've got the 5th, B, and then you've got one more E. So it's just a 1, 5, and then a 1 again. And if you mute all the other strings successfully, then you should have a very clean power chord sound. In metal and rock music, you'll probably hear a lot of palm muting as well. This means muting these strings with your palm. So say you're playing some Iron Maiden or Nirvana or Led Zeppelin. So if you're playing these kinds of styles, then power chords are going to be really common and useful to know. And again, it's just the same shape everywhere, and your index finger is just going to be on the root of the chord. You will definitely come across a lot of these chords if you're playing rock or metal. So these power chords are pretty useful to know about if you're playing these styles of music. And again, if you have the root of the power chord on the 6th or 5th string, then these shapes are just the exact same all the way up.